introduce Leah Chung. Leah is a traditional guzheng player and music therapist. Leah has several years of experience working with early childhood children and young adults. Her research interests include how to integrate Chinese music into the music therapy industry and exploring improvisation with individuals from different cultural backgrounds. Thank you so much. Welcome, Leah.
Thank you. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. So I'm Leah. I'm actually from Hong Kong, and I studied in Western Sydney University like 2 years ago. Yay! And so it's really my honor to be here to have like some insights with you all about how I use traditional Chinese music and into music therapy setting. And this is Bradley. It's also my classmate as well. We met like through uni, and then we was trying to use different kind of music, like for example beatboxing with guzheng as well, to see what is the possibility to improvise in music therapy setting. And we was having a placement in a trauma-informed setting as well. So that's why today our topic is about how do we improvise in pentatonic scales with Chinese instruments to help like those people have traumatic experience. Okay. So these are like the introductions, what we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about like some literature reviews as well about research questions. And we also have like talking about like what method we were like planning to use in this research proposal. We will talk about the outcomes, and then we will make some music together for like with pentatonic scales. I need your guys' help to like sing some pentatonic notes. Quick question, what is the notes of like pentatonic? So do, re, mi, so, la. Yes, so actually this instrument is based on pentatonic scales. So we can see that like this instrument, the green notes right now, because it's tuned in D, so the green notes is actually so, la, do, and mi. And we're gonna do about like some improvisation in pentatonic scales to talk more about it as well. Now, why I came to music therapy and what's happening is I'm actually a traditional guzheng player, like artist. I learned this instrument since I was 4, like really young with my teachers. And then I never learned how to improvise. But then I went to uni in Western Sydney. I just realized that, oh, it's a new thing. Like for me, it's a completely new thing for me. What is improvisation? What can I do more with it? And I met this really awesome jazz musician, saxophone player as well, and he taught me about a lot of like improvisation skills, and I want to put this in music therapy as we always use these techniques in our music therapy section. And during the placement, I met this guy, Bradley. He's actually a beatboxer. So would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hello. So my name is Bradley. We studied together and we did placement together. We've been researching how to use music in trauma-informed settings, especially with the pentatonic scale. Just a little bit about me. I am currently working in pediatrics alongside a multi-disc clinic at the moment. I work with children and young adults, mainly with cognitive issues, but also with emotional regulation and development.
Yeah, thank you, Bradley. So, about the introductions.
Yeah, this is my part. So, as you all know, so music therapy is commonly sought after for its uses in self-expression, emotional expression, and regulation. But there are very few resources on the use of Chinese instruments within music therapy as well. Our study aims to promote the benefits of Chinese instruments, specifically the use for young adults with traumatic pasts, the ease of improvising with the pentatonic scale, especially with an instrument like the guzheng, allows individuals at all stages of life to both independently play and collaboratively play music with other people.
Yeah. So based on that, we also like do some research as well about, there's actually a trauma-informed music therapy, and there's different kind of principles we would like to focus on. For example, safety and empowerment, and we're gonna talk about more how can we like do improvisation and also mixing the principle of this trauma-informed therapy as well. So now, when we talk about like the traumas, these are like few symptoms that we always like see like some common response of trauma. Firstly, they might feel like emotional dysregulations, and they might feel numbing. They have some cognitive errors as well. So these are the things that we would like to learn about, like what will happen like if people have like traumatic experience, and how can guzheng can like do like improvisation and like help them to like meet these symptoms as well. about these two characters. This character is music. This character is medicine. So can you tell me what is the difference between these two characters? Yay, what's the yeah, the dress as well. So we can see that like in very long time ago, even when we like talk about like Chinese characters and like wordings, music and medicine actually are using the same characters as well, just like slightly different. A lot of people know about that. Then we can also take a look of it. Ding, music, medicine, and the next one, therapy. Therapy also including the Chinese character as well. So long time ago, I also like collaborate with like Chinese medicine doctor as well. They have been talking about different kind of modes and different kind of like pentatonic scales can also affect about like human bodies. And they're talking about like balance, yin yang. Have you heard about it before? I'm gonna talk about it later as well. Yeah, next time. So Chinese medicine. Have you guys ever tried Chinese medicine? Yeah, right. I have like a very good friend. She's also a Chinese medicine doctor, and he told me about in like the Chinese medical literature, we will talk about the mood and behavior, and what is like the promotion of the harmony and balance between body, mind, and spirits. So different kind of mood and music is very long time ago. They were talking about they have different kind of effects on human bodies and different kind of effects on human organs as well, according to this research. Now, when we look about pentatonic scales, what we have is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 with it do, re, mi, so, la. And the Chinese name is actually Gong San Go Ji Yu, right? So this is like the pentatonic scales that we're gonna see later. And we also have different kind of modes of pentatonic scales, but I'm gonna like show you guys about it, and you can take a look of it and understand it more. So, what is the difference between when we see the notes and Western notation? What is the difference is we use numbers. Yeah. So 1 is represent do. Number 2 is re. 3 is yeah, choose. So la. So this is how we actually read about our like music notation. I just would like to share it to you all. Okay, about the literature review, so we're just gonna talk about like some like criteria we're gonna use as well. For your information, I actually have like the QR code later on. If you want to like look more about the research, you can scan it and have a look of it as well. Yeah. So, based on the literature review, we come up like 2 conclusions. The first one is how do we have the right feelings like to easy to improvise with guzheng, and the second one actually pentatonic scale, we're just not just using in Chinese music. Like there's a lot of jazz musicians, they was using like pentatonic scales or even blues scales is slightly different than pentatonic scales as well. So how can we use this scale to provide a safe atmosphere with clients in trauma? Now we will talk about the research questions. There's 3 things we would like to focus on. The first one is coping. The second one is emotional regulation and resilience. And we're gonna talk about the outcome, like how do we find out that like these pentatonic scales can help those like symptoms as well.
To further investigate the topic, Leah has decided that a qualitative phenomenological research design, that's a big word, would be best in which a mix of observations, semi-structured interviews, and a trauma-informed assessment would be used. The participants would all be English speaking between the ages of 18 and 22 and have a history of trauma and be referred by a psychologist.
So this is the group session, like what we're gonna do, like probably let them to like listen to guzheng the sounds and like try to like play the guzhengs, improvise together, or we can do like song list together as well. Yeah, so these are the semi-structured interview. What is the emotional change? What that contribute to the change in the sessions? How's the level of engagement? These are the questions that we're gonna ask as well. Yeah, so the outcomes. When we talk about in working in trauma-informed like settings, there's 2 things that we would like to focus on. The first one is how do we use music as a relaxation, and the second one is entertainment. Like for example, how can we listen to the improvisation to learn how to slow down the rhythm of the bodies, like breathing and heart rate. And we can also see like why do we choose Chinese instruments to improvise. When we take a look at this chart, in the bottom one is the most important thing if we're working in a trauma-informed care is how do we make them to feel safety. This is the most important thing because I have been through like a traumatic event, and this is the first thing we would like to do. So that's what harmonize is a very important point into this research. How can we like let them to make them to feel like the balance of yin and yang when they listen to it, when they listen to pentatonic scales, we will feel like, oh, it's always have the right feeling. It's always have like, doesn't have like this sounds good when they're improvising with it. So this is the main reason how can we do it. And also we can provide a safe container for them. They will know that even if we improvise in this safe container, it will still perform like quite nice music as well. This is also helping them to like feel like, oh wait, I'm actually doing a good job. Like we're not like somehow like traumatic experience kids, like they might feel overwhelmed when they like learning an instrument or like they're playing an instrument. They might feel like I'm not good enough because of this low self-esteem. So how can we boost their self-esteem as well by pentatonic scales? And these are the resilience response of trauma. So how can we help them to like improvising inclusion and bonding with their families because it's easy to achieve, and Guzheng can actually play with like 2 people. I also always use this in my section as well, and this is what I mainly to do. Yeah, and these are the outcomes that we find out that during my session and with my placement with Bradley, most of the kids really enjoyed it. They even asked us like, oh, please bring the Guzheng for us to improvising it. And we would like to show you some music together, shall we? Yeah. So now is check the time with it's good. Wow. Hi, Ollie.
We're in the same shirt and the same jacket. My legs have deteriorated.
So as I have said, like Ollie is actually inspired me a lot during my journey to music therapy, and also even in Hong Kong, where we still talk about a lot of things about improvisation. And in the beginning, when I met Ollie, I don't know what is improvising. Like, what is it? Like, what do you want me to do? And I was like keeping having a question. So he has a framework that also like I always use in my with my client is how do we like look at the graph and like try to improvise with it. And they have like a visual like kind of like what is that called? Like they can look at it and they improvise it together. It's easier for them to improvise as well. So for example, me and Bradley, we can play some songs together. These are like how we improvise Guzheng with other instruments, like with beatbox as well. Shall we try? Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah, already. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what we're going to do. We're just playing with the melody, we're just playing with the songs and improvise, like adding some notes on it. There's a lot of possibility of like Guzheng, like playing with other instruments. And during the session of like trauma info section, we do that a lot, and kids really love it because I will invite them. Oh yeah, come try, and like doing improvisation together. Okay? Yeah. So, do you know the songs we just played? This best part actually is scales. So, what do you feel when you're playing with Guzheng and like trying to improvise with me, Bradley?
Through the collaboration of Leah and I, especially at the placement, we realized that the pentatonic scale, which is a common feature in both Chinese and Western music, facilitates very easy integration of Chinese instruments within our Western way of playing music. It minimizes the risk of dissonant notes and allows everyone to join in without any fear of playing any wrong notes, as they say. And based on our experiences, the participants were much more receptive to the use of the Guzheng as opposed to the piano. It's a lot easier to play. There's less going on with the Guzheng and the piano. There's so many notes that you could play that don't really sound correct. And beatboxing, on the other hand, It allowed every participant to join in with an instrument alternative that's free. You can use it at any point in your life. You can do it at any time in your life as well. And the two together allowed for very, very seamless improvisation that didn't require much practice or much musical knowledge before that as well.
Thank you, Bradley. So, right now, do you know this song, Don't Worry, Be Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's a little song. It's actually based in pentatonic scales, and he did a really, really good presentation, like about how to use pentatonic to improvise with it. Like, it's just like amazing. So we're gonna do that together. Okay, so like now when we talk about pentatonic scale, we have do, re, mi, so, la, right? So can you give me the do right now? Do, re, mi, so, and then la. Perfect. So remember that when I was doing it, I will ask you guys to sing different kind of notes with me. And this one is do with number 1. Bradley kind of pointed for me later. And this one is re, mi, so, la. Very good. What we're gonna do right now is I will invite every one of you to sing the notes with me. And during when you're singing the notes, I'm gonna improvise with it and see how it goes. Okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yay! Do we need to do like vocal exercise? Like we did that. Okay, so ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Great job, guys! So, how you do is actually like over the mic. So when we're listening about it, it's pretty easy to improvise like with different kind of pentatonic scales. Thank you so much. And this is what I really want to bring like this insight to music therapy, because we can also do pentatonic scales, different kind of instruments. Just like the reason why I want to talk about in Chinese instrument is this is based in pentatonic scales, and you can like also try it later on if you have time. You can come out. I know some of the students are also like learning Guzheng, which is I'm really happy of it. And yeah, like we should like welcome different kind of instruments into music therapy world as well. So yeah, these are the like presentation that we were talking about. And thank you so much for everyone, and thank you, Bradley. Thank you, okay, we can go back to the QR code, and if you want to scan anything, just let me know. Yeah, cool. Any questions? Yeah.
Sorry, thank you to Leah and Bradley. Yeah. Do you want to get the...
Mine doesn't work? Okay, let me fix it. Or you can like also find me in LinkedIn. My name is Wing Len Zhen. So we can also talk about like a lot of stuff later on if you're interested to talk about Chinese music. Thank you.
You can also reach out through the conference app. So if you look at attendees, you can contact
Yeah.
me through there.
Thank you. Question? Yeah.
Just curious, like, if you offer Guzheng to the children's play, do they wear the nails?
No, they don't wear it. They just like wear hands. And usually I would just, okay, Bradley, do it. Yeah. Okay. So you can play the notes. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah. So we don't
I did
really
something.
rehearsal itself. But you see, like whatever like notes he's playing is always like sound like, oh, it's actually like playing some nice notes as well, because this is the reason why I like talk about how we improvise in pentatonics. It's easier, like it's also help them to achieve as well. Yeah.
So for you on the guitar, are there chords specific that you use, or do you make it jazzy on purpose, like with?
With this one, anything in D major works
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I just like anything with a seventh on it.
Yeah.
I add sevenths to every single chord I play.
Yeah, it sounds nice. It's like
I'm a pseudo jazz musician.
yeah, always good. Even like jazz music, they always like improvise in pentatonic as well. And sometimes I might like bend a note to become a blues scales. Yeah, it's also based in pentatonic. That's how we improvise with the kids. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you started to work at all with principal traditional medicine as well? The 5 elements connected?
Yeah.
to the culture?
So like those 5 elements, right? Like what we focus on is like how to feel safe. So sometimes like improvisation might be overwhelming for the client, especially they have like traumatic experience. So how can we encourage them to like improvise? Is actually find a way to easier for them, and they can feel that they can also approach in improvisation. So that's why pentatonic scales is one of the scales that is easy to improvise, and when they improvise in the Bujin, it's actually based in pentatonic scales as well. So no matter what notes they're playing, they will still feel really comfortable about it, because when we are like improvising with them, they also feel like, oh, we are like in sync, or we are like in the correct like feel. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, my question relates to the specific tones and the association in traditional medicine with woods and with certain states. Are you actually working with them?
Yeah. So I'm talking with one of the Chinese medicine doctors. He was talking about like different kind of modes, like when you listen, it can affect about your body organs. But we still need to find more research about it, because it's a really long time ago about, like for example, when they heard about like gong, like this mode, it can affect their heart or like affect the emotion. But like we still need to do more research about it, and we find out the one point that we can find out is when you listen to it, it can help you to harmonize your body, mind, and also your body and your spirit. These kind of things. But mode, we are still like doing research about it. Thank you so much for the
I've
question.
been working with that for a while. So
Really? Wait, like we can talk about it later. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.